Hello, everybody. So we're back. We're going to be continuing battling here with the Patreon team as well. Um, uh, oh, sorry, I was just checking from the last team there. Okay, so we're going to continue on with this team. We're doing pretty good so far. We're 4-2, I think. Um, and yeah, um, it's unfortunate though. The three of our four wins here have just been quits probably about like 2 to 3 turns in, which is very unfortunate. I mean, it happens. Obviously, sometimes you don't know if there's a comeback. So we're gonna go up against Santiago here. Um, okay, so they're running a Zacian team, which is very scary. Although he cannot Dynamax, the Rillaboom is kind of scary here too. He kind of walls us a little bit. Um, and the Moltres actually kind of shuts down our size spam here. Obviously, Xerneas is a really good pull for the Moltres here. We could go for Indeedee Xerneas here, maybe. I think that would be a good lead. And honestly, Coalossal, along with Gallade maybe in the back, looks really good here as well. Gallade maybe not so much, actually. He doesn't really have any Trick Room setters or anything I could imprison, so... if I'm the opponent, he might lead Regieleki Moltres. But I could also see Regieleki Zacian coming out. Alright, I think actually we are going to bring Coalossal for sure. He doesn't really have a way to stop Sneasel's fake out, but I don't really want to lead with that either. Actually, I think, oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to lead Sneasel Coalossal here with Xerneas and Indeedee in the back. I honestly don't think he has a lot to shut down the Coalossal if we Dynamax it and just maybe go for Surf. And that way if he leads to Moltres or even if he leads Zacian with neither Max Flare or Max Volcalith into either slot, it would give us a really, really good head start to this battle. Obviously the Rillaboom kind of scary. So we see Zacian Arcanine here. So he's going to go for the Intimidate, which is kind of negated here anyway. Yeah, so I can't see him going for Behemoth Blade here. He may go for Behemoth Blade with Zacian, which is fine. I think Choice Scarf Sneasel is faster though. So we could just straight up fake out, or we could go for the Surf Weakness policy. I think we go for the Surf Weakness policy here, and we Dynamax and Volcalith into, or Max Flare into the Zacian. He could be baiting us with that. Alright, so it doesn't look like he's switching out, which is kind of a good sign for us here. If our Sneasel with Choice Scarf is faster than Zacian here, we may just sweep through his team. Because Surf's going to do whatever chip, so if he has Focus Sash even, he's not going to survive. And Max Flare is just going to obliterate this Zacian, or Zacian, I don't know however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, he is definitely 100% not living this. But it just depends what the Arcanine's going to go for. He may go for like a Bulldoze or something. I'd kind of be surprised, but it might just be a Flare Blitz into Sneasel, which is fine. So we kind of sacrifice Sneasel for Zacian, which is actually a fantastic swap in my opinion. So we're going to get Sun Up. We got our Weakness Policy activation and our Steam Engine here, and Arcanine just goes for Snarl. Okay, so he's going to, which is fine. So we're going to be at like a 1.5 boost instead, which is fine. Or 1 boost, plus 1, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so we actually could swap Sneasel out here. So he goes into Moltres here. Alright, so we did kind of expect that. Now the question is, does he max guard the Moltres? So here I think I honestly think the Xerneas is a good switch, and we Volcalith into the Moltres slot. I think we have to. He might live this, but he almost undoubtedly Dynamaxes the Moltres here. It's really his only offense left. So he does. Okay. Now the question is, does he start going for max airstreams or does he start going for darknesses? Because if he goes for max darkness, I think we definitely tank that. Like, there's nothing you really hit Coalossal with that's gonna hurt us. So, other than max darkness, and in all honesty, I can't see him like doing too much to us this turn with that switch. So Volta comes off. This might even just like knock this Moltres out. It doesn't, but the chip damage is going to be big over the next couple of turns. Berserk's going to activate, probably weakness policy as well. So he may take our Xerneas out here, which is fine. Gets the Berserk boost. Special attack rises by 1. Goes for Heat Wave, which is fine. That honestly is not a big deal. Rockfall comes out. Is that onto Coalossal? I actually didn't know Moltres got Rockfall. So Coalossal actually lives here. Wow. Okay. What a beefy boy. Oh my god. Okay. That is actually just incredible. So that is going to be huge here because we can just stall him out now and actually go. We're definitely faster here, so we can still go for a Volgalith and maybe a Darkanine and probably just a Protect with Xerneas. So let's Volgalith the Arcanine slot and Protect with Xerneas here, and we'll let the stones do some more damage to Moltres. So Moltres max guards, that actually was super ideal. Okay. Yep, we're gonna see Protect come out from him, and this should just KO him, even though he snarled last turn, I think. This should still do enough. Yeah, so Arcanine goes down here. Moltres is gonna take more chip and sand here, actually, so the following turn, he's gone. Yeah. Sandstorm. Volgalith's gonna hit. Yeah. Okay, so the Moltres is going down the following turn. We know that for sure. And Rillaboom comes out as their last Pokemon. Okay, and this is why we brought in Didi. So we can now change this, which is really nice. It's a really nice option to have. My question here is, I feel like they target the... I feel like they Grassy Glide the Coalossal and target the Xerneas, but I think we just switch into Indeedee here and go for a Heat Wave. I think that's a fair play. He's... Okay, they just quit. Alright, so that's another win, actually. I don't know why they quit there, honestly. They could have had probably a chance. Seems kind of preemptive, but it is what it is. So we're going to pick up the W there. That's a nice win to get. We're probably going to play one more here, and then I might jump on tomorrow and play a few more. Alright. We're going to go up a tier there too, which is nice. Get some battle points. So we actually are 5-1. I thought we were 4-2, but 5-1 works. Alright, so we're going to go against Lely, or Lely, I don't know. Oh my god, there's a Magmortar on this team. So I have never seen that before. Yeah, this is interesting. The Solgaleo is kind of a problem. But I think Coalossal Sneasel could be good again here. Minus the Dragapult. Let's go Sneasel Coalossal here, actually. I really do like that. With, I think Gallade and Xerneas put in a lot of work here. So let's go with those. Yeah, the size spam stuff kind of only happens occasionally. Like, it really works when it works. Like, when the opponent has no answer to it, it really works. But the rest of the time, honestly, it's kind of just to throw your opponent through the loop as well. So they think you might lead with something like that, and they go another route. Okay, so we see the Magmortar and the Oranguru come out here. Alright, I honestly don't know what to expect here. He might go for a Trick Room. I think maybe we fake out the Meg Mortar. I wonder if he Dynamaxes it though. I think we still go for Volcalith here. What would he have in the back? Solgaleo though. Yeah, I think actually Surf and G-Max Volcalith into, let's go into Oranguru. I don't think Meg Mortar's going to do much to me. Okay, so he switches him out actually. That was a great call then. Tyranitar comes out here. But we're going to get a massive amount of damage off on this Oranguru over here. Sandstorm is going now. It's not going to really affect our Coalossal, but Sneasel's probably going to feel it a bit. But we're probably going to switch him out after this, just to conserve Fake Out if we need it, or Triple Axle if he has the Dragapult in the back. That could be helpful. So we do get to Surf. We might activate their Tyranitar's weakness policy, which is kind of scary. But at the same time, we get Overgrowth into it next turn. He may Dynamax here though. He doesn't actually have a weakness policy. Okay, makes me think it might be AB then. So we don't actually KO the Oranguru here. Wow, he's so specially defensive. He goes for Trick Room. Alright, so our Coalossal is now moving last, which is not great. Oranguru actually does go down there though to the Volcalith. Solgaleo is going to come out here. We're going to switch into... I think I have to go into Xerneas here. He might just Steel Spike. But I think we have to go for the Overgrowth into the Tyranitar. I know I haven't really spoken a whole lot so far this game. Okay, so we are going to see the Dynamax. I'm assuming it's going to be Solgaleo here, probably with weakness policy because Tyranitar didn't have it. Yeah, so it is going to be Solgaleo. He might go for Bulldoze, lower the speed, and then just try to go for massive attacks here. So he goes for Rock Slide, just fine. And Quake into Coalossal as well. So Colossal's going to go down. That is not great here. We needed that attack to come off. This Trick Room might have kind of screwed us over here. And it's funny because this is where Alakazam in Prison would have been really good, turn 1. But the Tyranitar obviously was a really good answer for it. Now, who do we go here? I think we go Sneasel. I think we just protect and go for... okay, no, that's a bad play. How many turns of Trick Room were left? 3. Okay. Who do we have in the back? Glade. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam here and Fake Out into Tyranitar. Alright, we'll get a little damage off here. He gets a Steel Spike. We might actually just lose here, guys. Yeah, so Xerneas goes down. Solgaleo is really tough for this team. The steel typing's kind of difficult for this team, minus Coalossal, but the Trick Room kind of sent us down a bad path in this video. Yeah, so I don't think we can come back here. He probably just goes for a max Mind Storm if I had to guess, but we're gonna see here, guys. Drain Punch. I think I just Drain Punch into the Tyranitar. Actually, I think I'm gonna run. I'm locked into Fake Out now, and I don't think there's any way I can win this. So we're just gonna back out. Actually, for the next episode, I have something really fun planned. Well, not planned, I shouldn't say. I have a few rental teams lined up that obviously other people have made that look really fun to use, and I'm excited to kind of share my battling experience with you guys. So obviously, if you like this, feel free to leave a like or drop a subscribe. Anything would help. Obviously, I'm gonna start creating a little better content in the future. I definitely plan to get a better setup. Obviously, like have better quality, better audio, and obviously you guys will be able to at some point probably see my face. But for the time being, this is gonna have to do. Okay, so we have Tornadus Kyogre here, which is a very centered core lately, it seems. Very difficult to stop. But I think actually this is where kind of the size spam stuff really looks good. Other than Incineroar. Would my opponent bring Incineroar though? I think they might have to. If I was my opponent and I was doing for rain, Incineroar does look good for the party shots and stuff, but alright. I think I'm gonna go Indeedee Alakazam this time with Xerneas. Actually, I think we don't go Xerneas. I think we go Indeedee Alakazam with Coalossal and Gallade in the back. I also have a couple of my own personal teams that I made that I would love to try out. Again, they're kind of like pre-Series 6. I obviously haven't been battling for a while, but they're definitely teams that I did really well with at that time. And I'd like to kind of see how they fare out now in their modern series. So we see a Kartana Tornadus here. Probably a Tailwind with attack if I had to guess. But the best he's going to go for really here is an attack into Alakazam. Because he definitely Tailwinds here. And I don't think he gets the knockout regardless. So I think I'm just going to Expanding Force. And Expanding Force. Or I could Trick Room. I kind of like that idea. Let's do that. I'm going to Expanding Force Trick Room. Yeah, so I'm if this works, this is going to be hilarious. I really feel my opponent's going to go for Tailwind here and maybe Max Airstream, or he might just go for like Max Knuckle or something. But I really believe the Tailwind's coming here. The Taunt might come out too, though. If the Taunt comes out, we might be in trouble. So he does go for Tailwind. Okay, so this could be really good for us. He's going to go for Max Darkness, lower our special defense, which is fine, into Indeedee. Indeedee goes down, which is unfortunate. So we're not going to get an Expanding Force off there, but we are going to get Trick Room up here. So now his team's going to be moving last every time. So we're going to get Trick Room up, and then I'm going to go for Coalossal here, and we're going to go for a Dynamax. Yeah, and we'll go for Volcalith into Tornadus, I think. Let's go for Volcalith into Tornadus, and we'll go for Expanding Force onto Cortana here, because he might max guard, thinking I'm going to go for max flare right away. But I'm actually going to target the Tornadus instead. Sorry if you guys can't hear me as well. My throat's a little scratchy tonight. I'm not as used to recording videos, so I'm not like talking all the time. But yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to get back into battling, and Series 8 looks really intense. So they go for the taunt, but we're protected by Psychic Terrain, so that was kind of a waste of the turn. Which is fine. That's going to just be a nice knockout for us onto Tornadus. Now I'm curious, since he didn't max guard here, or did he max guard? No, he didn't max guard, so he's going to go here. He's going to go for max knuckle. With the beast boost, that is going to do a lot. We're going to get our weakness policy here though. I don't think Steam Engine goes off. Or does it? I think it's only weakness policy here. Yeah, because it wasn't water or fire. Yeah, okay, actually we are in a very commanding position here. Coalossal's gonna move first. Depending on what he has in the back, I don't think he's gonna have too much, to be honest. If it's Kyogre, we could definitely max flare into the Cortana slot, but he could max guard, which wouldn't be great for us. Yeah, so I'm 100% predicting a max guard here. I really believe that's coming. But the question is, does he believe I think it's coming? But I think we just go for max overgrowth here and Expanding Force. Because if he max guards, I think we're in a really good spot. And I think he has to respect the max guard, or the max flare that might come out here. And he doesn't actually respect it, which is kind of surprising. But we're going to do a lot to this Kyogre. Yeah, and we just knock it out straight up. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. So he might even knock us out with Knuckle here, which is not great, but we're going to chunk this thing for more damage, and the Vocalists are going to just keep hitting him, which is nice. So he does go for Coalossal again. Coalossal does go down, but his Dynamax is done. He'll get the Beast Boost, which is unfortunate, yes, but I honestly think we're going to be doing just fine here. It depends who his last Pokemon is, obviously. But we have some pretty bulky Pokemon in the back here. So he is restoring a bit of health here, though, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to send in Gallade here. And it's Kingdra in the rain. Okay, that's kind of scary. Did their Tailwind peter out? So they still have Tailwind. So Gallade should actually move first here. So we're going to Drain Punch into him and Dazzling Gleam. I think we're going to be okay here. Gallade should go first here because of the Tailwind on their side of the field. And Trick Room's still up. Yeah, so Gallade moves first. So we're going to take out this Cortana. Yeah, man. Oh, man. What a great game so far. Even if we don't win this one, this has gone really good so far. This is going to do a lot to this Kingdra, though. Good damage. So we can't take both of us out here. His Tailwind's about to end, though. Okay. Wow, actually, even if his Tailwind ends, I don't think it matters. We have Focus Sash on Alakazam, and I don't think he's taken any damage yet. Yeah, so their Tailwind's going to peter out. He's going to hit us first, which is fine, but our Dazzling Gleam's just going to KO because we have a Focus Sash. So it's actually funny, the very first match I played with this team, Alakazam actually carried me through to the end as well. And had Focus Sash intact by the end of the game as well, and it actually caused me to win. So he's going to protect, which is fine. Probably stalling out Trick Room if I had to guess. But Vocalist just going to pick up the KO anyway. And that's that. That was a good game. Good game, Kira. It was close. Alright guys, well, that's going to be that, I think, for tonight. I'm probably going to jump back on tomorrow and maybe record a few. And we'll kind of, I'll see what I can do as far as editing, kind of chop it together, and you guys can kind of tell me if you like it or not, and maybe I'll keep it up, and we'll keep seeing how far we can climb with some of these really cool rental teams that people have been making. Obviously, they're incredible battlers who make these teams. A lot of thought goes into them. So if you get a chance, like any of these teams, definitely go check these people out. A lot of them are probably YouTubeists or professional players. But yeah, they have a really great way of thinking around the game, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and like and leave a subscribe if you can, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.